I draw inspiration a lot from walking around, and I grew up in the South, so I kind of drove around a lot in the American South. I grew up in Memphis, and so I was really influenced by Eggleston's work in the South, particularly in his color photographs in general. Christian Berry, Sally Mann. Those like the main three photographers that I knew about living in the South, growing up there. I'm inspired by my family's history of fleeing countries. My family's been fled China in the 1930s and then moved to Vietnam, and then they fled after the Vietnam War. And I draw a lot of inspiration from my grandma, my mom, and my sister. So I think I am a feminist, and I feel like I'm very empathetic to the struggles of otherness and growing up, especially in America, where a lot of people, even growing up, would devalue or my existence or put me down, and so I'm really inspired by a lot of the struggles that other people have throughout history and throughout my life experience, especially in Memphis being like the center point for a lot of conflicting and very a lot of tensions in American history. But I am very humbled to be friends with a lot of musicians who tour. They constantly see the world a lot. I love coming to travel through my work. I work on the kind of artist management side, producing some shoots at times. I love looking. I'm inspired by just looking at things and how light hits it. I never see myself reflected in not just the media, but my experiences. There were no other Asian people when I grew up in the South. I just found out that there were a large population living like further south 2-3 years ago, like the Mississippi Delta Chinese, that they lived there in the 1930s, but I never knew about that growing up. Like it was just myself a lot of times isolated. There was no TV shows to look for someone that looked like me in America, and I think a lot about performance and humor, and to talk about serious issues but in a kind of palpable way that when people laugh, they might not understand the joke, but they internally they laugh because they somehow understand and comprehend. So I photographed myself to look into that kind of representation that was absent, but kind of filling in those that absence. And I think I just have a funny body, and it allows me to talk about these narratives because I'm also queer and I'm also Asian, but I'm also from the South. So there's a lot of like beautiful, complex, a lot of confusion that I can mine from continuously. And then even looking into someone like my mother, who also inspires me, that I share half her DNA, so I'm an extension of her, and she's an extension of me. So when I photograph her, she's like this half self-portrait, and trying to understand like things that I wasn't around or didn't understand before, and now through photographing my other family members and through her, photographing my friends, photographing the American South, is just to better understand the world and the realities that I inhabit but also not a part of and don't belong, and trying to understand and be a part of that at the same time. I just feel so humble. Everyone's so fucking cool. I'm very happy to be in there's 10 of us, yeah, like 11, but all of us are very amazing, different ways to approach photography, very refreshing work, and everyone's just so nice and very amazed, and are really take their time with to talk to me, and then like look, and we just have so much fun. I really am happy just to know them, and I can't wait to see them again in September. So I am showing a bit more than usual. And so I am preparing for this Wednesday. I actually have my first New York solo show. So I am showing new work that is an extension of this. And then I just am looking forward to the summer off to just make new pictures, new work, and not go to I'm gonna go to a wedding. I just hope to be making pictures and showing and seeing new parts of the world.